On Monday, hundreds of thousands of students in Ontario will be back in the classroom, and tonight we have details on how the government plans to manage that return.
Now, Phil, while rapid testing is expected to be provided next week, parents and caregivers will only be notified of a potential COVID outbreak when schools have 30% of staff and students absent. Nicole Martin begins our team coverage tonight.
Schools will now have to report data to local public health units only when 30% of school staff and students are absent.
We will continue to monitor current public health trends and do whatever it takes to keep your child in class and as safe as possible.
In the past, parents were notified of COVID-19 cases or exposure in the classroom, but now parents will only find out if there's an outbreak if a third of the school is at home.
A threshold of a rise of 30% most likely would represent increased activity in the community and would be a point at which we would want to acknowledge that, to review what's going on in the community and communicate that back to all parents.
That said, a 30% threshold will not automatically trigger a school closure.
Parents want all the information that they can get to make decisions about their children, especially when it comes to health and safety. So that's probably the most concerning piece from this new world, this new guidance that we are working under. Hamilton's public board is already hearing from parents that are looking to switch their children to online learning.
With this news, we're going to have to explore what a temporary remote model may look like.
Part of Minister Lecce's safety plan is to ship 3.9 million rapid antigen tests to school boards to provide 2 for each student and staff member. The tests will be distributed starting in elementary schools next week for teachers, then students, and those in daycare settings, with secondary schools to follow.
If it's positive, we would consider it a true positive. If it's negative, we want 2 negatives 24 hours apart to confirm that it is not Omicron. The likelihood is much less with 2 negatives 24 hours apart.
They haven't arrived yet. So realistically, I'm going to be realistic that they won't be there Monday for students or staff to take home.
Lecce says additional rapid tests are expected to be available in the weeks ahead. With staffing shortages being felt in all sectors right now, the province is allowing retired teachers to return for 95 days instead of the previous limit of 50. Additionally, 2,300 staff will be hired province-wide.
The potential for staff absenteeism, that is a real concern for our board and right across the province, and regrettably may lead to the need to move to remote.
There will be stricter lunch cohort protocols, and some high-contact sports will be paused.
Higher risk sports, wrestling being a compelling example, will have to be paused for now.
And the government says parents can expect to receive a form for vaccination opportunities for their child, as they will be providing vaccine clinics at schools.
And late this evening, in an email to CHCH News, the province is now saying it will be posting absenteeism as well as school closures on its website. They had been posting COVID cases in the past, but they say they'll have more information once the schools reopen.